Well, here we are at Workforce Optimisation Week, and this time I am joined by a very big man, almost about the same height, Mike Gerardi. Mike, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, fantastic presentation this morning, opened up the day, all about this big data. What the hell is big data?
That's a good question, and from a definition standpoint, it's a moving target. It all depends on each individual's enterprise on information that they need, and a lot of times they'll come into two categories. They want to retain information to abate risk, and they want to retain information to make sure that they don't miss any opportunities. And that can be an opportunity for sales. It could be an opportunity to better understand the voice of their customer. It could just be simply an opportunity to better understand where their market direction is going so that they don't miss the next big thing that's specific within their industry. And keep our eyes on the competition, but more importantly, develop product based on the voice of the customer so that they can beat the competition to market.
Yeah. So with the proliferation, I guess, of all the channels at the moment with email, YouTube, SMS, etc., obviously companies are starting to gather huge amounts of data. And I think you mentioned the word petabyte, which was 25. It's equivalent of, what was it?
It's just an immense amount of data in the far bigger than terabytes is what most people now in their home, they'll go out and get a 1 terabit hard drive, and that ought to hold them forever, on their home computers. But this is just thousands and thousands of times larger than that. So it's just a huge, immense amount of information.
Yeah. And like you sort of revealed in your presentation, it's one thing retaining all the information, but the other thing is what the hell do you do with that information? Right. So can you sort of tell me where you fit into that?
Yeah, absolutely. Holding on to that information that I just mentioned is basically for two reasons: to mitigate risk or to find opportunity. And marketing infrastructures within businesses are asking IT to hold on to that data forever, or at least for a predetermined amount of time, so that they can go to market with information that they find. Again, legal counsel will look to mitigate risk by saying we need to retain every recorded call, every email that came into the business because we're being sued. Okay, so we have to lock it down and we can't get rid of it. So all that information essentially is going to be retained, and it's very expensive to do that because you need data sources in order to hold on to that information, whether it's SAN devices, etc., in your network. So all that information is retained, and that's where the term big data comes from, so that they can lock it down and hold on to it. The general purpose of what our product does, IDLE, is to allow businesses to data mine that information for pertinent information for marketing purposes, pertinent information for legal counsel to use to go to court and state their case. And what it does is it allows them to take a corpus of data and narrow it down to a very small field of information that's pertinent to their needs. And after they find that they've got everything that they need, they can discard the rest, which again eliminates the amount of hard disk space that's required to hold on to it, and allows that hard disk space to be used for other purposes within the enterprise that may require more storage.
Yeah. And Mike, you gave us a terrific demonstration of seeing that in action, and particularly in a contact center environment. Where can people go if they want to learn a little bit more information?
Well, if they want to know more about what we do in the contact center, it's very simple. They can go to www.autonomy.com. And also, if they want to know more about the big data strategy in a corporate level outside of the contact center, hp.com can get them there as well.
Fantastic. Mike, really enjoyed it. You're around for a little bit longer. What are you looking forward to for the rest of the day?
I'm just really looking forward to understanding more about the people who are presenting this afternoon, understand a little bit more about this market, because I am responsible for it, and being here firsthand certainly gives me a lot more knowledge about how things operate within Asia Pacific as opposed to where I am back in the States. So it should be pretty interesting.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for your time today, and enjoy the rest of Sydney.
Thank you.
Good on you. Thanks, Mike. Cheers.